For self-realization, Guru's grace is needed. This is the first statement. So here, generally in Shastra there is no saying that you need some mysterious thing called grace for self-realization. There is no such statement anywhere. The thing is, you have some disease, you feel suffering, you feel the pain of it, you go to a physician. Like that, you have understood that the world there is suffering. And before you come to a Jnana Guru, you have done all sadhanas also. And you have found that you cannot attain it through sadhana also. So this is the Shastraic state, where parikshya lokan karmachitan, by exploring all the planes of existence attained through doing, you are fed up. Nirvedamayat, you have reached a state where you don't want to even think. You don't want to do anything. You know that the truth cannot be attained by the limited practices, by the limited being. The limitless cannot be attained by limited practice, by a limited person, finite person. In this state, he goes to the master and looks at the master as the infinite itself. Sometimes, even that recognition of the master as the infinite gives him realization. It is actually, there is no magic in it. It is, you are also infinite. It is just like you are seeing a mirror, that's all. The moment you give up this hold on to the limitation, to the finite, the infinity in you is ready to uncover, reveal. So when you come near a being who has recognized it, you recognize it in yourself. That is sometimes it looks like a magic which we call kripa. So this is pure jnanam. So this is how the realization happens. It happened with Bhagavan and his direct disciples, etc. Or those with little dust. There is a saying about Buddha. Buddha goes and all his life he was talking. And why did he talk? He spoke so that those who with little dust, you need a little effort. Natyantamaknyo no tajñah sosmin shastre adhigarava. As Yoga Vasishta says, he is not completely ignorant, he is not an enlightened person also. To such a person, you need a little teaching, verbal teaching. So, listening to a Shrotriya, Brahmanishta, as the Shastra says, or a realized being who has come in the tradition, the Vedanta Shastra, this very listening is Kripa. You understand, you remove the ignorance and try to abide in that true state. This is Kripa. But mostly the emotional people, they think Kripa means something descends from the heaven. And one day suddenly they will attain realization. These foolish people will all their life create trouble for themselves and for others. Because it will not happen. This is the problem. We think kripa means something emotionally, sentimentally, something is going to happen. And I will not listen to the master. I expect the master to give me a touch or something, that magic will come. That is not the way. Then again the question comes, like, is it not possible that one can attain realization like lightning? Tadillata samaruchihi, as Lalita Sahasranama says. As it happened with Bhagavan. Yes, in Bhagavan's case, the Atma Kripa worked out. Atma Kripa. But how it worked? In a very short period, there was intense self-inquiry and abidance in the self. Uninterrupted abidance in the self. So there also the effort was so immense, in a very short period, he attained it. That is why, otherwise, when Arjuna was depressed, despondent, Krishna could have kept his hand in his head and transformed him. You don't need any Bhagavad Gita or Upanishad or anything. See, the effort is joy. True effort is spiritual life. True effort to know, to understand and to abide. As Gita Krishna says, Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprasnena sevaya upadekshyanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshina. Go to the jnani and know. Ask and know. Surrender yourself and know. And remove the ignorance. This is the path. So grace in the mysticism, in the Upasana Marga, is a different thing. We are not talking about it here. When we speak about Vedanta, grace is Shrotavyaha, Mantavyaha, Nididhyasidavyaha. Shastra is grace. Your listening, contemplation, meditation is grace. Your very readiness to do that is grace. This is the first step. And when you come to bhakti, the second place where we can speak about grace, kripa. There also, what is Bhagavad Kripa? Bhagavad Kripa is, you have bhakti to Bhagavan Nama, you have bhakti to listen to Bhagavad Katha, you are ready to go through the Bhakti Shastra like Bhagavata, or you are here in Tiruvannamalai, go through Aksharamanamala, Bhagavan's works, chant Bhagavan Nama. This readiness to give all your time to Bhagavan is Kripa. Because time is bondage. Time is bondage. And inside time you can attain liberation. Time means what? From the non-sleeping hours is time. In sleep, no bondage can happen. When you wake up till you go to sleep next day night, that period you can create bondage, you can create suffering, you can create trouble for others. So that time, if you can spend in doing bhakti sadhana, in whatever way the Guru has told you, like doing parayana or doing japa, and not allowing the inner businessman to come up. I have not got anything. When will I get something? This I, that is where the self-inquiry, even in bhakti you need self-inquiry. Because to do bhakti, the greatest hurdle is this businessman from inside. Always, dehi, give me something, give me something. I didn't get. When will I get? Even this asking for self-realization is ugly. So when you start doing sadhana, you don't expect anything. You don't want anything. Na nakaprishtam, na cha parameshtyam, na sarvabhaumam, na rasadhipatyam, na yoga siddhihi. Apunarbhavam va samanjasatva virahaya kamukshe. As Bhagavata says, I don't want anything, even self-realization. Apunarbhava is self-realization. I am not even asking for that. I will just recollect you. I don't want to forget you. If you can have that kind of motiveless bhakti, that is kripa. If you are seeking some kind of special experience, something, that is not kripa. So that will come and go. So kripa there. And kripa is you come down again. A person is leading worldly life. Bhagavan will come and give him information through satsang that there is some other higher life. This is pure grace. Life should not be wasted like this. Bhaja Govindam, Govindam, Bhaja Mudhavate. And the person is heedless. Then Bhagavan gives him a small bit of taste of sorrow, reminding him, come to me, wake up. Then also he doesn't remember, he is heedless. Because so many upayas are there in the world to do patchwork. So you go to all those places. Then also the grace does not work. Then suddenly the grace descends from nowhere as great calamity. But I don't think anybody will call it grace. And all the doors to the world is closed. Traivargika ayasa vighatam. Asmat patir vidhatte purushasya shakra. Tatonumeyo bhagavat prasadaha. Yo durlabhaha akinchana gocharonnehi. Bhagavata says, Tata anumeyaha bhagavat prasadaha. Then you can know or infer that it is Bhagavat Prasada. When? Traivargika ayasa vighatam. You cannot make any move to make money. And all the doors of pleasures are closed. Strong iron shutter is put there. You cannot go there. You want to do some good thing in the world, dharma, that also is closed. Then we will ask why Bhagavan has done this. Only one door will be open, the door of spiritual life. That is Bhagavat Prasada. So when he closes all the doors and makes you move towards him, that is grace. I don't think people mean this by grace. Grace means mostly people imagine something very sweet happens. And suddenly they have trance meditation. Then they might call it grace. In Bhagavata you see Mahabali was a great Triloka Chakravarti, emperor. All his wealth, treasure, everything was robbed, taken away, snatched from him. And he was standing right before him with nothing. And Bhagavan says, whomever I love, I do this to them. So, the teaching is don't expect for grace. You need not take your life to this state where Bhagavan has to come as Vamana or Narasimha. It is not needed. You can have grace in a mild form like the sages. Read the scriptures, do japa, use your intellect to understand His will. The purpose of intellect is not to employ your will. It is to understand His will and do prapatti. Bahunam janmanam ante. You know that sloka? What is it? Bahunam janmanam ante. See, somebody is saying from behind. So, you have to have this also. Gita you have to study. Bahunam janmanam ante jnanavan mam prapadyate. Then you say jnanam. The knowledge is telling you the intelligence of surrender. It is whispering to you that it is viveka to surrender. Surrender to Ishvara. So that is grace. So grace works from outside as the teacher, as the Shastra, as all methods that are spread out before you, which will give you balam, strength, spiritual strength. You have Tiruvannamalai is spiritual strength. Bhagavan's Sannidhi is spiritual strength. These books are all spiritual strength. Satsang is spiritual strength. You can utilize it and gracefully walk to liberation. You don't need any manifestation from the pillar or stand before you, taking everything away from you, giving you some trouble. It is not needed. You can have a very, as that child asked yesterday, you can have a very happy spiritual life. Very happy spiritual life, provided you are ready to renounce many things in the very beginning. So renunciation is grace. Desirelessness is grace. Readiness to do spiritual practice every day is grace. Freedom from laziness is grace. Using the intelligence in the right way is grace. And that is Bhagavad Kripa. Without doing all these things, we always say, Kripam Dehi, Kripam Dehi, Kripam Dehi. It is not bhakti. It looks like bhakti, it is not bhakti. And one day annoyed Bhagavan will give you Kripa like Narasimha avatar. That you will not be able to bear. So that is why all the Bhakti Acharya also, they didn't say you call grace. No, they said you do Bhakti Sadhana. And Jnana is pure grace. One short realization. That is pure grace, Kripa. Bhagavad Pada says, Labdha Guruvatma Prasadanam Natah Param Suvijneyam Asti. Outside Guru, inwardly the Atma. Outside Guru is giving teaching, inwardly the inner being is able to receive it. then that is abundant grace. So that is already there. That is why Bhagavan said when Devaraja Mudaliyar asked Bhagavan, to attain realization we need Arul, grace, Arul Vename. Bhagavan said, Arul da irukuvoi, nir kurke varamarna paru. Bhagavan said, grace alone exists, stop coming across. It is taking you in the journey. Buddhi dadami buddhi yogam tam ena mam upayanti te. Bhagavan in Gita very clearly says, what does the grace do? Bhajadam priti purvakam. Those who do bhajana, do bhakti to me with love, to them I give this inner guiding power, that is buddhi yogam. What to do in life, how to move about. Even Buddha said as a last message, Atmadipo bhava, be a light unto yourself. Because this Ananda, he was a relative of Buddha, former ashram. So he was expecting that Buddha will take you to Nirvana. He said, no, I have given you all material for you to attain it. Now you have to walk. You have to attain. Atmadipo bhava. Uddharete atmana atmanam. Even Krishna said, lift yourself by your own effort. Na atmanam avasadayet. Do not weaken yourself. Atmaiva hyatmano bandhu. Atma is your relative, your friend, your companion, your guide, your support. Atmaiva ripuratmanaha. If you do not use your intelligence in the right way, you become your own enemy. You destroy your life, spoil your life. So, the whole responsibility lies with you. If you put the whole responsibility on your head, mysterious energy flow will happen. If you think somebody will look after me, all your energy will go to sleep. That is the problem. When you are driving, you are intense. Somebody is driving, you sleep. But I am not like that. Somebody is driving, I am always in tension. He will hit this there. That very picture of Arjuna giving the reins to Krishna is the best example. Your intellect is Krishna. Intellect and intelligence is Krishna. Your Viveka Shakti is Krishna. Then you have a safe spiritual journey. You have guidance from everywhere, but you should be ready to put forth right questions. You should not expect somebody to look after. You should get guidance from any corner to how to drive, how to be self-reliant. Sarvam parashrayam dukkham. This is a secret which I have found in my life. Depend on anybody, you will suffer. The only thing that you can get from outside is this knowledge, this viveka, so that you can take refuge at the inner being. More and more and more you get anchorage in the heart. Then strength comes. Then no doubt. Then you don't need any outer things. Outer things will happen. As Swami Vivekananda said somewhere about his mission, he was talking, said, don't think about money. It will pour down from the heavens because I want it. Because you are centered, things will happen around. Yogakshemam vahamyaham, that magic you will see. Really you are centered, things will happen around. If you are not centered, nothing will happen. Trouble will be there in the orbit. This world is like a mirror, said Shankaracharya. Whatever you are seeing outside has a corresponding entity inside you. You go walk in the street, somebody comes and gives you a disturbance. An element is there inside you to invite him. Be sure about it. So you have to clean here, not outside. You have to get centered here. Strength should come here. Knowledge should come here. Fearlessness should come here. And confidence should arise from the heart. Truly, you should know very clearly that nobody will be there with you. Whether it is a man or woman, father or mother or children or even guru. All this belief, faith is all okay. Namojayedya samupeta mrityum. That Rishabhadeva gives the greatest declaration. Gurunna sasyat, jananina sasyat, napadischa sasyat. He is not a teacher, he is not a mother, he is not a father, he is not a husband, he is not a wife. He is not a relative, friend who comes in between you and the truth. The true Guru will tell you, Tattvamasi, you are the self. Whatever you are seeking is within you. Be centered in your heart. Take guidance from there so that you need not have any parashraya. And when such knowledge arises, of course, you will have so much gratitude, so much bhakti to the Guru. You are not depending on him. You are pouring forth your bhakti to him. Your seva, whatever you can do, then you can do. That comes because that, it is not because like world, somebody is helping you, you help him. It is not like that. He has given you the greatest guidance and greatest glory that whatever you are not in need of anything from outside. He has given you your own glory. So from that comes that gratitude, that is all. That is Kripa. Kripa means Kritsna Rupena Prajnadanam. Sampurna Prajna. It finishes the job. All this, whatever I have said, the whole teaching has come from so much of alchemy, so much of molding, so much of heating in the fire. So it is all pure gold. There is not even a dust of fancy things there, just for some alankara. No, it is pure truth. This, if you are ready to take this, it will do you greatest good. No responsibility for me. Atmadipo bhava. Uddarayad atmadatma. This is the teaching. Tattvamasi. Medically also they say the good Vaidya is one who helps you to develop immunity. Develop the power from within. That is a story of a devotee who was using a what they call crutch, crutch to walk around Arunachala. And near the Kubera Lingam somewhere, an old man came and snatched that crutch from his hand and said, "Walk." And then he started walking. This is a story, well-known story in Bhagavan's life. After that, he never used any crutch. Like that, all our sadhana, guru, outer god, temple, books, everything is a crutch. And ultimately, your body is a crutch, your mind is a crutch, you yourself is a crutch. So he snatches it away. It is taken away. You don't need any upadhi to exist. Your existence abides in its own glory. Sve mahimni pratishtitaha. The Upanishad says Sve mahimni, in the mahima of one's own real nature. There is freedom, there is strength. Any outer dependence, there is always a fear. One day it will be taken away from you. The more helpful it is, the more fear. The more it gives you joy, the more fear. Ya atmanaha anyatra, as the Brihadaranyaka Upanishad says, Brahmatam paradadyo atmanonyatra brahmaveda, kshatram tam paradadyo atmanonyatra kshatram veda. Anything that is other than the Atman, it will give you up. One day, giving you pain, it will go. That is why in Bhagavata, when Krishna went away, gopis, they were all crying. And in that cry, they said, we know this will happen. He has already given us the teaching. He said, Kurvantihi tvairatim kushalaha swa atman nityapriye patisutadi virarti daihikyam. The intelligent one, they do bhakti only to the Atma. Everything outside will give arti, it will give suffering, misery, dukkha. The other is vikalpa. When the other is not, it is nirvikalpa. So the Atma is always nirvikalpa. The second thing is vikalpa. There is a story of Dattatreya moving about and he is looking at the sea. The waves come to the shore and goes back, comes to the shore and goes back. And the wind took a bunch of grass and put it in the sea. The waves put it back on the shore. Seeing this, he says, a yogi is like this. Anything comes and tries to stay there. His mind, his intellect pushes it out and puts it outside, away from the center, and keeps itself clean, nirvikalpa. Alone. What is the yogi's mind doing? Constantly pralaya. Pralaya means deluge. Because jnanam is eternal pralaya, atyantika pralaya. It is constantly dissolving the world, dissolving the other, dissolving his own I, dissolving you, dissolving he, dissolving other. This is the constant Samhara Murti as Rudra. Jnana is like Shiva dancing Tandava, destroying the world, removing the other. And that is called Ananda Tandava. This is blissful dance of destruction. So that is sadhana. Om.